You realize this world does not support you, the highest version of yourself. It's too much. It's just too much for people to handle. They can't take it, and so they want to knock you down. Now, the important thing is not to get a resentment toward them, because then you're knocking your own self down, because you're carrying that heavy energy of like hating them for like hating you, basically. I went through this for a long time, some decades, because I could feel like when I was vibing, I mean, picture it. You're eating clean, you're eating healthy, you're preserving your sexual energy, you're fasting, you're living according to natural health laws, you're doing spiritual things, groups, satsangs, you're meditating, whatever your spiritual practice is. So your life force is kicking, man. It's like you're full on. And then you step outside, or you step wherever, your work environment, family environment, or even so-called friends, and somehow that energy, it doesn't support you. It don't support your energy. I'm not saying that their energy needs to match your energy. What I'm saying, there's not an appreciation or a respect for what you're bringing. They don't want that energy. They want, you're like, you need to be more dull. Be a little more dull, and then you don't intimidate people and make them uncomfortable or get fired from your job for like being better than the boss. See? So it's a tough time and age that we're living in. It's just every time and age is different. This time and age is different than 100 years ago, and 100 years from now, geez, I wonder what I'm gonna see before. If I'm here a couple more decades, I wonder what I'm gonna see as far as, because we're in technological age now, and man, who knows? I think it's like fun, funny, sad, like everything. It's all good though. Like God's running the show. Don't forget that. The humans aren't running the show. The elites aren't running the show. God's running the show. These are all God's puppets, and God's doing what he does. This is a very dualistic world, but the main purpose still is the main purpose. No matter what circumstances we're in, no matter what time and age we're living in, no matter how dark or how light, the main purpose remains the same, which is to recognize and flow with your divine nature in the midst of such opposing points of view and circumstances. This is what we signed up for. It's easy if you're in heaven, you're just kind of floating around, everybody's a goody-goody. Yeah, come here and do it. Spiritual master, can you come here? Can you go walk in everyday world and or go be, you know, in some of these countries are having a hell of a time. Can you go there and still come from this place? Yeah, let's see. So the cards are a bit stacked against somebody who's really coming into the higher nature of themselves. You have to realize that in this world, like I said at the beginning, it's not here to support your highest nature. It's just not here to do that. Don't expect it to, and don't be resentful that it don't. It's not supposed to. So you continue to do what you do, and what you know to be is true. This is the main thing, and don't get sidelined by these energies that want to like keep you oppressed and keep you down. If you can, avoid them. If there are people in situations that you can just get out of, just leave, because it doesn't support you. Yet you need to muscle up and do that. Because why? Why keep going? It's like you just, why? Doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're forced to, if you're in, you know, some situations we're forced to, okay, that's your special special forces divine training then, because like you can't get out of it. Rather it's a certain family situation, or you can't just leave your job because you have to, like, it's not an auspicious thing for you to do. Okay, so you have to continue doing that in the midst of these opposing suffocating energies that are trying to keep you down. Yeah, okay, this is the lesson that's trying to show you how to, you and God are a majority. Even even you're in a very constricted, restricted, suffocating situation that it's like you're being abused, at least energetically, you somehow, there's a way to be with that situation. And don't put a label, don't try to come up with what the way is. Well, I should still smile at them, and no, forget, you might beat them up. Maybe that's the way, but it doesn't matter what the actual form that the way takes. What I'm talking about is you get in touch with, like, how, God, can I perceive this situation? This is the lesson. I'm in this situation. In that moment, in that situation, guide me. How should I? Just guide me. They're saying blah, blah, blah. Okay, how can I perceive that? Damn, that's like affecting me. It's affecting my livelihood. It's affecting my emotional body. It's triggering my nervous system. Okay, this sucks. What do I do? Be open to a higher voice telling you what to do that's higher than your mind. This is the lesson of the situation. It drives us into, it beats us sometimes into an organic surrender. Meaning, what does it mean, surrender? It means we give up our idea of trying to manage things. We realize, like, I can't manage this and make it all nice and good. I just can't do it. In fact, it makes things worse. You start to see that after it's happened a million times. You just see, like, I can't manage this. Like, I can't do it. That's surrender. Then, because laws of the game, there's some space now, because you're not there trying to manage everything. So there's some space. And then all of a sudden, some higher, more divine managing force can come through in the form of intelligence or a thought or a perception or a reaction. We don't know, everything. That starts to come through. And then you're like, damn, there's a power doing for me what I can't do for myself. Like, it's obvious, because I can't produce this shift that seems to be taking place in me. That's the benefit and the blessing of the so-called negative circumstances. So you try to change them if you can. That's wisdom. Everything is like, we got to have the whole package. There's wisdom, there's surrender, there's strength, there's everything. You can't write down the attributes of like what spirituality is. Oh, they're so peaceful and compassionate, and yeah, a lot of time they're fake. Put them in a real situation, and let's see what's happening. We don't know what the moment's going to call for, so you give up all this conditioning, spiritual conditioning, and your own mental conditioning and everything, and you just be fresh and real in the moment, and that's what you do. Man, I've totally forgot the topic. Something about life force. Like, if it's too strong, right. Too strong. And so when you honor this divine principle in you, in time, because things happen very slow in this dimension, the wheels turn slow. It's not like you're in a higher astral plane. If you want a mango, you just make a mango. Here, you got to put the seed in, the tree grows, and pick the mango. This sucks. Oh, yeah, this mango. Like, it takes a while. So same thing here. If you honor and stay true with this principle, though, it will shape your life in a way where you can be a higher version of yourself, and you'll be in a circumstance where that's appreciated. Or maybe revered even. You don't care, though. You're not looking for people to revere you. You just, it's natural that you want to be who you are. And it's natural to be in a space where that's allowed to be. But that can take time. And see, a lot of people don't have the patience. They don't understand. And so then they get resentful and they start trying to control things, and that doesn't work. But we do that long enough, and because we get beat up by doing that, because our energy gets heavy and negative, and then it sucks our life force, like, it gets sucked out. So then we're no longer in the higher version of ourselves now. We like stepped ourselves down with all this resentment and hate and bitterness. And then we learn, somehow wisdom kicks in from doing that, and you're like, oh yeah, this isn't the way to go. okay, I'm gonna keep to myself, so my energy can stay up. I can keeping this energy because I'm enjoying this energy. I don't want to go around opposing lower vibrations. Yeah, but you feel lonely. That's okay. I'll overcome that. I mean, if I'm feeling lonely, I need to get more in touch with this power. I need to align my thoughts with this vibration inside, and then you'll feel a serenity to where you won't feel lonely. That serenity is your company. That's the highest company. Yeah, make that your friend. Get in touch with the serenity by honoring this principle, and then be friends with the serenity. And then others, because now you're not hungry to be around people, you'll start attracting maybe those who can handle that. And then you get to share in another form also this serenity. At the same time, there won't be any judgment or anything if the person don't feel serenity or appears like they know, like, oh wow, he like did something that wasn't spiritual. Those people, I'd purposely do things that weren't spiritual I enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, let's play with this person. You get to where you don't care anymore in a good way. Those beings are free. And then serenity's looking for those beings. I want somebody who's not like all rigid and, with conditioning or spiritual rigidity. Living, playing roles and living through spiritual concepts and thinking that's the same as actually being spiritual. Real spirituality, real serenity is felt when you're like naked, man. You're not holding on to any concepts or judgments about this or that or what this looks like, because you have wisdom and there's really no box. There's no box. There's no. You can't like describe anything. Not really. Not when it comes to these things. You can't. There's always exceptions, and it depends on the situation and the circumstance. And sometimes you're being used as a karmic instrument, and like who knows? Who knows? And then if you meet another being who's also realized that, oh man, you're good. You're good. So this life is rough. It can be. It is. For anybody who's really trying to wake up or who's destined to wake up, who's like on the cusp of waking up, yeah, it's going to be rough. And those who are imagining they woke up and just trying to demonstrate and showcase their wakefulness, they don't know what's coming. It's okay. Just like we didn't know what was coming. We don't know. Just look every decade. Like, look back 10 years. Did you know what you're going to be now or your experience now? Like, life is so vast. It's just, I just think, I remember when I was trying to be an actor. Like, what a different world. This is a whole different world than now. And I'm enjoying thinking about, like, okay, what about 10 years from now? Like, damn, what the hell's that going to be like, And what about when I just leave the whole, I leave the planet? It'd be like this whole thing just never even existed. You know how many times we've already lived these lives, a human life, we can't remember it. Yeah, okay, you can get flashes sometimes, but I'm saying, like, you can't remember it. It's not like you're in it right now. You see how unimportant everything is when you break it down to, like, the quintessential level? I'm saying, try to embody this detachment and relaxedness now, and then life, it's just not so serious, man. Then you trip on all these people, like all the bots. Everything's so serious, and they're taking their roles so serious, and I got to get this and get that and get that, and I'm gonna hurt you, and and then you got the spiritual characters. Namaste, man. You want to do some tantra? You got all that. This is funny, man. It's funny. When you're free, like, you can just laugh at all this. It's fun. And then sometimes life hits you too. Maybe you don't laugh anymore. You're like serious, and you know it too. You're like, well, I guess this is the moment. I'm just like, yeah, let's get serious, okay. But there's always some degree of background awareness that you're playing a role, and you become grateful for it. You're like, yeah, God's creative. This is the creative force. If there was just only God in no contrast to God, then God don't even know he's God. God's got to like manifest and on some level as some distinct, differentiated form, so that then the God in that form can reflect onto the formless God, you can say. And you start to like kind of see how that works in everything. You need the good, you need the bad to experience the good, and you need the relationship to go bad so that then you can experience like it not going bad and enjoy that. And you need the hell and the suffering so that you can experience the serenity, and it's all put together in some just miraculous way that you can't fathom. Although intuitively you can kind of get a gist. It's like good. It's like you don't want to totally fathom it. That's the point. Then it's like not mysterious anymore. But you want to at least know something, like little taste, little something, like you know what's going on. So then that makes it fun. This is totally perfect, this whole show. You can sense that intuitively, but then you have to feel like everything sucks and it's not perfect too. Otherwise you couldn't enjoy feeling like everything's perfect. You see, everything is just all messed up and perfect. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'll see you.